Do you guys like video games? Oh, sweet. Me too. Since you like video games too, there's a chance you've been around a while. Long enough for your internet browser to know you like video games. Long enough to see countless ads on YouTube showing you what an awesome, amazing, freaking joyride of a video game this is for you to buy. But as I just said from the start, some of you been around a while.
But so have I.
Long enough to remember these ads broadcast right after some good old Teen Nick. Ads have been around like a long time, and it was cool seeing your favorite video game on the screen as a kid advertised to you so you could be like, oh, I play that too, oh. It felt like they were talking to you. But you know what else made a lot of these commercials really cool? When they were live action. Like when you saw real people in the game, in real life. That was crazy. Like as a kid, that just completely legitimized your interest in gaming. And what would be a better example of a game that had a ton of live action commercials attached to it than Call of Duty? Man, these commercials back in the day were goated. Just absolutely goated. You know, back when the studios cared about the game and they weren't these, you know, $grillion money makers that just get famous people to act in them for no reason other than to grab everyone's attention. But hey, let's take a minute, sit back a moment, and reminisce. Let's take a look at Call of Duty throughout the ages through the lens of American capitalism. Oh yeah, and I'm gonna rank them too. So let me know in the comments if you agree or disagree with my rankings. Oh, and if you're new to the channel, this is Clam Rally, and welcome to the freaking channel. All right, now Call of Duty's been around a long time, but they didn't actually start their live action commercials until Black Ops 1. And man, the Black Ops series of commercials were second to none other in the COD series. They just knew their audience so well, and it really shows in these advertisements. Now, just a full heads up, a lot of these commercials have a lot of copyrighted music that I won't be playing. However, I will play enough of it for you to get the idea of what the commercial was like. But I'll link the entirety of the commercials in the description if you guys want to take a look at them in their entirety. But with all that being said, let's start with the rankings.
Oh my god, this is fucking stupid!
The first live action commercial we have is for Call of Duty Black Ops. And it was just titled, "There's a soldier in all of us." This phrase would then become, I would say, the main tagline for the majority of all live action Call of Duty commercials. At least the majority. Insinuating that no matter who you are, if you're a nurse, if you're a businessman, businesswoman, if you're Kobe Bryant, rest in peace, you can play Call of Duty. Doesn't matter who you are. And you tend to see that concept in a lot of various creative ways throughout a lot of these trailers. And I mean, yeah, there's not much else to it. You kind of get the idea. It's a fun idea and it doesn't waste time. It's about a minute long and you're getting a message. I think it's still pretty decent to this day. I think I'm going to give it a B tier. And just a reminder that all these are going to be linked in the description in order. So if you want to watch this with me, you can go right ahead. The next couple trailers for Black Ops were kind of cute, but definitely less work kind of went into them, it seems like. This one's called Taste of Escalation. This was for the Black Ops 1 DLC 1, and it was called Escalation. Surprise, surprise. It was pretty much this hot dog hamburger joint with the same guy we saw at the end of the last trailer in like a gross hot dog hamburger shop. And it had the names of the maps on the menu, on the big screen menu. All 5 maps that you got, including the zombies map, as a 5-map combo. Then it shows the maps and all the DLC and all that's in the game. And at the very end, the guy holds up 2 sandwich bags, boom, like guns, like he's gonna shoot you, and then an explosion happens behind him, boom. Black Ops 1 Escalation. And there it is. There's a soldier in all of us. Oh boy, first on Xbox Live. Man, times were different. Not too bad, honestly, but I'm gonna give this DLC pack trailer C tier. A bit creative with the setting, but nothing too crazy compared to stuff later on. Next one was for the DLC Annihilation for Black Ops 1. This one was kind of the same thing as the last one, except they didn't really give it a cute name. They just called it Annihilation Multiplayer Trailer. Pretty much the same thing as what you got before, except it was a little bit lazier. I might just kind of give it a D tier. It was alright, but not as good as the previous one. But here is where things start to get freaking awesome. The Resurrection Pack. This is the final DLC for Black Ops 1, containing the 4 OG Zombies maps, as well as a brand new map, Moon. Instead of the same formula they had with the Taste of Escalation and, you know, that burger joint, they made a whole skit about it called Zombie Labs. It was basically Treyarch testing zombies and experimenting with zombies and how they react to things like the zap gun or the wave gun and a treadmill. It was really funny just, you know, seeing all these experiments done on these zombies, and it was pretty gross because this one zombie's head just freaking just blew up, and it was pretty gross.
The vacuum of space affect the zombie's appetite. We're constantly developing more advanced weaponry and innovating zombie defense methodology. And we will continue to help people stay alive and kill zombies in the most inventive and effective ways, no matter where they are.
This one was like so cool, and if you know me, you know I love zombies. So seeing this back in the day was like, holy shit! I wish my parents weren't so strict so I can get this. And at the end, instead of there's a soldier in all of us, they switched soldier out for zombie killer, which was a bit of a nice touch. I'm gonna give this one an A tier. The next one was for, again, the Resurrection Pack. They just made another one. This one's called Zombie Labs 2. It was kind of just the same thing, but it had a couple different experiments. It was just as good and definitely just as gross.
Our low-G undead research. We're probing even deeper to find out what makes these zombies tick.
I did like the first one a little more, so I'm gonna rank this just below the first one, in A tier. But after that concludes Black Ops 1.
Okay, I wish I could go to Canada and explode just everything.
Next up, we have Modern Warfare 3. Now, there's not a lot of commercials for Modern Warfare 3. There's 2 official ones and there's 2 fan-made ones that I'll have as honorable mentions later on. But the official ones were pretty good. One of them was called The Vet and the Noob with Sam Worthington and Jonah Hill. Sam Worthington being the star of Avatar, and a few years after that went out in theaters, so they were like, oh, people know who he is. And also, he kind of just looks like a military dude. Like, he plays that role really well. So they have him be the veteran, and then they have Jonah Hill, the jokester, being the noob. So it kind of just shows, like, the veteran trying to show the noob how to do stuff, and then the noob's like, I got this. He's like, boom, 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 then kills him. Then there's another noob that comes up at the end, and then he's like, yeah. It's just a fun commercial. I really like it. I'm gonna give it an A tier. But there's another version of the commercial with an extended clip of when Jonah Hill hit the guy with the RPG, and he's just kind of just talking shit, and they were talking shit about each other. It was pretty funny too. I'll play a clip of it right here.
It's gonna look pretty amazing when I smash this dude's face in with an RPG. Turns out it did. You know what I mean? See that dude? See that dude? No, you don't. Because his asshole's over there, his nuts are over there.
It was just an extended clip of the other one, so I'm just gonna give it a B tier because it still was pretty funny. All right, the honorable mentions for Modern Warfare 3 were these fan-made trailers that were posted officially to the Call of Duty YouTube, and they were really, really cool. Something like Find Makarov, or I don't know. These were they're about 6 minutes long, so they weren't exactly commercials. They were more just like short films, but they're pretty cool. Honestly, A tier for both of them as an honorable mention. Go check them out. And that was it for Modern Warfare 3. There weren't really a whole lot, but they were pretty good, I gotta say.
How do you like me now, bitch?
All right, now we're getting to the good goods. And man, oh man, we're at Black Ops 2. What an actual time to be a gaming teenager. Man, Black Ops 2's gotta be my favorite Call of Duty. It's close with Black Ops 3, but I mean, just Black Ops 2 I love so much, and it has such a strong hold on me. It was such a good time, and the commercials that came from it were just as good. First up, we have the surprise trailer. This came out before the game came out, which was so good. And at this point, they were starting to get into the groove of what the audience was like, so they knew who to appeal to. The whole vibe of the commercial was something you could just have fun with. This was kind of like a cat and mouse story dynamic, where it's like, no matter who you're going after, there's always a bigger fish that's coming to get you. You start with the guy on his wrist pad, and then someone scoping in on him, and then they got Justine coming in to get him. This was the first time they introduced a YouTuber. That's how they really knew their audience, because they started putting YouTubers in these trailers. iJustine, FPS Russia, and then they had fucking Robert Downey Jr. and he just did Iron Man. So I mean, come on, this trailer was awesome. Yeah, there's a soldier in all of us. A tier. Okay, guys, I promise we're gonna get to some trailers that suck or that aren't as good, but now we're kind of entering the peak of where the trailers were really, really good. And, you know, when Call of Duty, I feel, was at its strongest. This trailer is for the Black Ops 2 Revolution map pack. The fucking replacer. Oh my god, dude! Oh my gosh, these commercials were fucking awesome. One of my favorite forms of media ever made. You can seriously tell when a commercial is successful when it legit makes you want to play the game. And this certainly did. It's the idea that you want to play Call of Duty, but you don't have time to play Call of Duty. You got responsibilities. But this guy right here, the replacer, he's here for you. He's here to replace you in your daily life so you can play Call of Duty.
I am what they call a replacer, someone who specializes in being your replacement, you.
Where's my husband?
Don't worry about your husband. I'm your husband. Just get that baby out.
Man, this was so like creative and funny, like genuinely funny. Like they picked the perfect actor for this, and that matte black 69 Challenger. Ooh man, I'm a gamer. A tier. And at this point here, this is the peak. You're probably thinking, hey, Clambo, if this is the peak, then why wasn't the last one S tier? Cause this one is the replacers. This was the same concept as the first one, but they added my boy JB Smooth.
Tough guy here needed a little help. You people are going to be elbow deep in four banging new maps. Then get ready to battle some bad fellas in a crazy ass zombie gangster mode in Alcatraz. You sure you know what the hell you doing?
A heart in a beat.
You jaywalked. We saw you jaywalk. Say it. Say I jaywalked. Say I jaywalked. Or it's about to get crazy in here. Say something. You can't talk.
This one's just too fucking funny. Like this one literally had me just crying on the floor laughing when I was younger. It's still funny to this day. And this really shows that people were loving Call of Duty back then. S tier, S tier, S tier. All right, ladies and gentlemen, we have reached the peak and we are looking down on the horizon. This, ladies and gentlemen, goes downhill from here. Not every commercial after this is bad, but this is where it seemed to kind of go down just a little bit because the reception of Call of Duty at the time was going down with Call of Duty Ghosts.
Call of Duty Ghost version.
COD Ghosts was the next title to incorporate this "There's a soldier in all of us" tagline. Now this trailer is pretty fun. It wasn't the best, but the music choice was pretty cool. A squad of guys just in an all-out war, just having a good time. It was clear to see this Call of Duty wasn't as marketable as Black Ops or Modern Warfare, but the trailer was kind of fun. I'll give it a B tier. The next Call of Duty Ghosts one was for Masked Warriors, is what it was called. A little more on the serious note, less kind of comedy. This one was showing all types of soldiers throughout the ages with their different sort of helmets and masks, and then it brings us up to Call of Duty Ghosts. This trailer was pretty cool. I mean, it was different. I thought it was pretty cool. I'm gonna give this mid B tier. All right, this next one was for the Onslaught DLC for Call of Duty Ghosts. Codnapped is the trailer name for this. This one was clear that COD was starting to dip in popularity. It was clear that they wanted to do some sort of thing like the replacer, but it just really didn't hit it off. This was a UK trailer, by the way. Instead of them replacing you in your daily life, they're going to codnap you so that you can go play Call of Duty, which at the time, not the most amount of people wanted to do. They didn't really want to play COD Ghosts.
They won't know where you are. Upon your extraction, you will be brought to an undisclosed location.
But nonetheless, this was an okay trailer. I just don't think it fit the serious nature that they seem to be pursuing with Call of Duty Ghosts. C tier. Honorable mention for Call of Duty Ghosts, Eminem, the music video for Survival. I'm gonna call that kind of a trailer, something like that. It's kind of a music video or ad for Call of Duty Ghosts. In the background, you just see Call of Duty fucking playing. S tier. And that's gonna wrap it up for Call of Duty Ghosts.
Throw some fucking hair on your upper lip, you fucking clown ass bitch.
Next up is gonna be Advanced Warfare. Now I got a haircut since last time I recorded, so that's why I look different. Anyways, this one's gonna be a little controversial. In this trailer, we have Randall Higgins, who specializes in being a kill cameraman. You see the kill cams in Call of Duty match? Well, this is the guy recording apparently every single one of them.
You see a kill cam, right? Ever stop to think, who's the guy holding that camera? That'd be me.
I love this. Advanced Warfare is very polarizing with its advanced movement system, but this was a fucking awesome trailer. S tier. I know, I'm sorry. I love this. This is so cool. In this next one, we have a trailer in first person, which is pretty cool. That hadn't happened yet up until this. It was really cool the way it came out. It's kind of just a trailer with a nice, cool action sequence. The fact that it's in first person, I think is an extra point for me. I'm gonna put it on the top of C tier. The only reason it's going C instead of B is because at the end they gave us that tagline, "There's a soldier in all of us," but it really had nothing to do with the trailer, like at all. And that was it for Advanced Warfare. Not a whole lot, but one of them was really good and the other one was cool. So next up, Call of Duty Black Ops 3.
Oh god, no, you're not supposed to see that. You were not supposed to see that. Why did that just happen?
Now, this as a whole series, I think, was the very last hoorah for Call of Duty until things really kind of started tanking for the series. Seize Glory is what this trailer is called, and it had Michael B. Jordan, Cara Delevingne, and Marshawn Lynch, and Kevin. Kevin is this badass guy who fucking kills everything. He's so good at what he does. Y'all don't know about Kevin? Is how they phrase it. This one was all right. I found it a little corny. I don't know why, but I'm just gonna give it the top of C tier now. This next one was a bit more of a serious trailer, more of a serious note. This one matching the theme of the game being machine corrupting man. Technology has snuck its way into our society in such a huge way, and it's sparking a debate about where should we draw the line with it in cases like competitive sports, like enhancements. Are they considered natural? Are we wrong for not considering these people who can't participate in sports by giving them these prosthetics and all that stuff? It's really interesting to think about it, and I really like the theme of Black Ops 3. And in this trailer's case, it shows things like literal brain-to-brain connection. It's showing a very dystopian society, and I really love that sort of theme for Call of Duty. If only the campaign was as good enough to reflect those themes. Underrated, gonna give this an A tier. All right, this was for real, like the last great trailer for Call of Duty commercials. This one was, again, the replacer. They brought him back again. This was for the Black Ops 3 Awakening DLC trailer, and this kind of just had the same concept as the other ones. He replaces you so you can play Call of Duty. Good to see him back. Gonna give this top of A tier.
This is some stupid ass shit.
Next up is Infinite Warfare, and man, these were not great. At this point in Call of Duty's life cycle, this was like the bottom. Like, I would say maybe next to the bottom. This is where like we really started plummeting downhill. This one is called Screw It, Let's Go to Space.
Screw this. Let's go to space.
It's just them trying to double down on the fact that it's like, yeah, we're going to outer space, so what? But like no one wanted it to get this far. This one's all right. People really didn't like this game. The reveal for this game was just awful. I'm gonna give this a D tier. The next one was kind of an extended clip of the previous one.
I had him. All I saw was I looked down, you were just doing that weird warm-up thing with those big old flesh paddles of yours. Hey, don't you fucking look at me like that. Phelps? Okay, I can Phelps face all fucking day long, okay?
But it was a little funnier than the original one, but I'm just gonna give it a low C tier. Michael Phelps. And for this next trailer for Infinite Warfare, this one was kind of cute. It's like there's this thing called terminal tours because the world is going to shit. So let's screw it and go to outer space.
universe. Terminal Tours offers a complete space package with drop dead gorgeous vistas.
C tier. It was kind of cute, but nothing crazy.
Oh, these are pretty cool bananas.
All right, next up we have Call of Duty World War II, and we got 3 trailers for this one. 2 of them were practically the same, but just with different people. The first 2 had to do with getting your squad back together because, come on, it's Call of Duty. We're going back to World War II. Oh my gosh. If I could tell you how many times I heard the term boots on the ground
after Infinite Warfare and Black Ops 3 came out.
People were begging for Call of Duty to go back to boots on the ground, but that's for another video. Let's get your squad back together. Oh my gosh.
Haven't you heard? Call of Duty is going back to World War II, baby. We gotta get the guys back together. Yeah, we do.
The idea is kind of cute, but I just can't help but to cringe. This is like the first one that really made me just kind of like cringe. D tier. Honestly, the next one I'm gonna give a D tier too, because it's kind of like a similar deal.
Hey, Hope, what are you doing here? Call of Duty's going back to World War II.
We gotta get a squad back together.
Yeah, we did.
I'm just gonna rank them together. All right, and this next one, I don't even know what the fuck is happening in this one.
Call of Duty World War II Resistance season is upon us, so we have to live the spirit of the Resistance.
F tier. Next up, we have Black Ops 4. And man, there was only one trailer, live action trailer for Black Ops 4. And again, it was The Replacer. This one called The Replacer did it.
These are growth hormones. You just add 1 drop for every gallon of water. Clear?
Yeah.
Holy cow, look at the size of this cow that has everyone talking.
This one was all right. It's just, you can tell it's clearly not the same. It's like, they didn't even have the Challenger. It was just a little toy. I gotta give this top a C tier. All right, next up we have Warzone. Not Modern Warfare, but Warzone. Modern Warfare didn't have any, but Warzone had, I'm gonna say 1.5 trailers. The first one was, honestly, this one was pretty all right. It had like a bunch of different like rappers, and it had like Drewski, and Jack Harlow. I thought it was pretty funny, and it really kind of just showed just like them if they were in the game. I thought that was pretty cool, but you could really tell that they're just kind of starting to pump people into this, like real famous celebrities into this, so that everyone can see like, oh, I can play this, so everyone can get into it. I do like this, and something that does bump it up just a little bit for me was that they had the original guy from the Black Ops 1 trailer who did the flip, and he's like boom boom boom. The original guy, they had him in there. I thought that was pretty cool. I'm gonna give this a B tier. And then they had another one. This trailer, you had Barry Sloan in it, just kind of being like, all right, we're in Warzone and we gotta do this, and it just kind of showed gameplay. I'm gonna give this a D tier. It was cool, but for a live action trailer, I'm gonna give it a D tier. Now, actually, I want to correct myself. So there was one for Modern Warfare. It just wasn't in the US. There was one made for Japan, which is surprising that we didn't get one over here. But this is it. It's pretty short, but I think it's pretty cool. I think I'm gonna give it, I think I'll just give it a C tier. I did think it was pretty cool. All right, and here we are. Current day, Modern Warfare 2. I don't like these. We had a total of five trailers. That's how you can tell that Call of Duty is really trying to get its name out there, which is, you know, fine for the franchise, but it really just oversaturates it. You had these 4 trailers with Barry Sloan and Ghost and another actor or musician in the truck with them saying like, all right, you know, I got the one. You sure this is the one? Steve Aoki, Tim the Tatman, Pete Davidson, and Trey Young just being fucking idiots in the car.
It's kind of scary in here. Will you guys hold my hand?
You sure?
I'm all right, mate.
He's with me.
You guys pack any good snacks?
Hey, what are you listening to? Oh, it's me.
You sure? Don't worry, mate. He's with me.
Won't be needing this. Scope. Scope. No scope.
You boys hoop. Think fast. No flinching. Respect.
He's with me.
It's all right. But the thing is they reused the same footage for Price and the rest of them, but then they had new footage, and it's just, I don't know. I didn't like it. I'm gonna give it D tier. After recording everything, I also forgot about one more. This one was called Ultimate Team. This one wasn't too crazy, but it was pretty cool. I think I'm just gonna give it a C tier, just because nothing was crazy about it. Nothing too out of the ordinary. It was just a cool trailer. And there were actually 2 more trailers for this game. I just realized while I was editing this video, now we're up to 8 trailers for this game. Oh my goodness. But one of them was for the Hummer EV, because they had the Hummer EV in Modern Warfare 2, just in the game, in Warzone. I think I'm gonna give that one, I don't know, C tier. It was okay. It's just a trailer for a Hummer. But then we had another one that I actually kind of did like. I'm just gonna give this one a B tier. This was a Japanese trailer, and yeah, I kind of liked it, so that one gets a B tier. And oh my gosh, this is the final live action trailer we've gotten in Call of Duty. This was called Squad Up, and I can't think of anything more oversaturated, more just away from what it originally was. I don't like this one at all.
Superheroes, no capes. Superheroes, no capes.
I guess it kind of came full circle. This whole idea, like, there's a soldier in all of us. Meaning, you know, it doesn't matter, like, you don't have to be in the game to do stuff. Like, you could be at a bar and you could be like, squad up, yeah, but it just felt so cheap, and it felt so just apparent that they were trying to appeal to everybody they possibly could. I cringe. I really dislike this trailer for Call of Duty. It just really shows what state Call of Duty's in nowadays. Now the thing is, right, people like Call of Duty now. They didn't like it in Vanguard, and they didn't like it in World War II. So I feel like we're kind of going back to that peak, but I feel like we're going back down. Like, after this, we're gonna go back down. And Call of Duty really just goes in waves with how people like it and dislike it. But I really didn't like this trailer. I'm gonna give this trailer a F tier. I really just didn't like it. And that, ladies and gentlemen, is the complete tier list for Call of Duty live action trailers. Now, wait a minute. I don't know, maybe some of you might be thinking, you missed one. I did, but I wanted to bring this up as an honorable mention at the very end. This was for Call of Duty Online. This was a trailer for, I think it was China, and they had Chris Evans in it. And I thought that was pretty cool. I think it's pretty cool that they have Chris Evans and Robert Downey Jr. in a Call of Duty trailer. I don't know, I just think that's pretty interesting. But this one was okay. I'm going to give this one a B tier. But that, ladies and gentlemen, is the tier list. If you agree with me, if you disagree with me, please let me know in the comments section. If you liked this video and you want to see me make more videos like this, looking at Call of Duty in the past, looking at different games in the past, looking at, you know, different marketing strategies that people have, you know, put into these games, or just stuff like this, leave a like and subscribe. If you like this video, please let me know what I should be doing. I really appreciate you watching, and I really appreciate you guys sticking around till the very end of this video. Thank you guys. I literally cannot thank you guys enough. I'm on that grind right now, making these videos. I'm so glad you guys enjoy them. Thank you so much. And that's it. Your boy Clambo is out of here. See ya.